Hey, Rain, come here. Rain, come. Come on. Got the Ramcharger loaded up. We've got Jason pulling up his second gen and we're gonna haul it home. Overall, it's relatively clean, solid, but it's missing a lot of parts and there's a lot of work that needs done. Like the passenger side window. You have anything good to say, Jason? Anything entertaining?
When my transmission goes out, we're gonna get that running on the side of the road and pull this home with it.
Yeah, no. Hey guys, back in action here. Really not sure how to do this video. I've got a whole list of things that need to be done on the Ramcharger. I don't have the dually, and I'm ignoring all of these ones, but Ramcharger needs done. But I didn't have enough room to write everything that the Ramcharger needs because it would have taken up all this. There's the truck we're working on. See, I got these new boggers on there. You can see they definitely freaking eat. It looks like it needs wheel bearings, but not gonna be the end of the world. We'll get it taken care of. The new shocks are going in on the lid. And we'll be driving it to Mopars in the park here in a couple months. Oh, sorry. That's my Ford I was talking about. The Dodge is over here. So a project this size can be so daunting. It's like, where do you start? But I got the puppy's help. Yeah, I need to redo the brakes on it. But I think I'm gonna start by adding a leaf spring to the front suspension. So I'm gonna add the longest leaf in this pack to the front of the Ramcharger, and that'll give me just a tiny bit of lift on that, and it'll give me a little more suspension. Here's a prime example of why projects are tough. So I'm gonna take the leaf springs out of this. At the same time, I may be using this rear axle, so I wanna make sure I protect that. And while I do this job, I also don't wanna damage these mud flaps. Driver's side one's kinda ruined. But at the same time, they're really dope. I got a friend who wants them. I think I might put them on my third gen for when I'm hauling the camper. So first, I wanted to take a leaf spring out. Then I remembered I should just take the whole axle out. And then I remembered this is in the way, so I gotta do this first. And then I can get around to the other stuff. Okay, that's one way to remove bolts. If that's how everything comes off this truck, I'd be okay with it. Yep, 2 for 2. Okay, I don't know if I'm okay with it anymore. I almost don't feel safe laying under this gas tank. I'm gonna do it anyway. There's very few fasteners on Dodge trucks that I'm more careful with than these U-joint caps. Always put your caps back in place or you'll lose them, or the bolts, and the bolts are special because they're fine thread. Caps are special because they're per U-joint size. And I've had terrible luck trying to figure out what U-joints my vehicles have. Basically given up on it. Always make sure your cutoff wheel has a safety guard on it. Never use it without one. Seriously. Never. Whenever someone put a brake line in this, instead of putting a brake hose, they just put extra brake line. So if it flexed, it would have enough room. And then they didn't tighten it down at all with any of the bracketry. That's definitely a Haction special, but I didn't do that. So I'm gonna crimp this line right into the frame rail there with a hammer. I'm gonna disconnect it from the T. We've got a leaker! Let's take some shocks off, huh? We've got a 12-point socket. cannot believe that just came off. No penetrant, nothing.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh. A smaller punch. Ow. Boom. Absolutely crusty. Totally reusable too. Maybe I'll see what these Nipix pliers are made of. Seems like a better punch. Oh, that shock's good. Bolt number 2. Oh, even better condition. Slightly marred. All right, this thing's ready to drop. Oh, this shock's in better no. Both junk. And their bushings shouldn't do this. All right, time to cut some U-bolts and lift the bed off of it. So now that we have no axle, we can get to taking apart the leaf springs. For reference, I'm expecting this to break as well. Boom, we got both sides out. Also, we're using extra wagon wheels for jack stands. So now we've got our front lift springs. Now we gotta start taking apart the Ramcharger. All I've done so far is take the wheel off. I think this was why I ordered U-bolts. Also, missing the inner stud. Here we're making the pin that holds the leaf springs together. We'll go test fit it in the axle. Gotta make one for each side. Still too big. The key is you want it to be as big as possible so it actually holds the leaf spring and doesn't pop through the center hole of it, which this bolt fits really well in the leaf spring, so I'm not too worried about that. But it is something that you gotta keep in mind. Good to go. Hi Ben, what's your name?
I'm Ben, helping out here on the Ramcharger. First time on Haction. Pretty awesome show so far.
Are you gonna have a fun Haction style name? What do you got?
I got nothing yet, but we'll find something out. I'll do something dumb and give me a good nickname.
There we go. All right, what are we doing, Ben?
We're working on putting the leaf springs in. Sounds like pulled one out of the parts truck here to bring back the spring rate.
So we're lubing up the leaf springs to try to diminish any friction between them, because friction will make a rougher ride. So you put the lube on it, and then they'll slide on each other more as they flex. But I don't know which grease I was supposed to use, so we'll see how it goes. Yick.
You can't put me on the spot like that. I didn't even know I was supposed to be like doing the full intro.
You were doing so good. Had to see what you could come up with.
On the fly.
Yeah. Oh, also I'm offering payment for being a cameraman and working with me. Whatever I get paid on this video, you'll also get paid.
Oh, damn.
So we're getting 0 cents on this one.
Mint.
So here we're going to get the stud out of the axle because we got new U-bolts that came with bolts instead of studs. And to do that, we're just going to weld this nut on here since I don't have one with the right thread. And then it'll back right out in theory. That ought to hold. Oh God. Oh yes.
Gotta work back and forth so they'll...
No, it's coming. It's getting easier rather than harder.
Oh, okay.
So we should be good.
Right.
think. I don't know how tight these are supposed to be. I don't think they really matter because the U-bolts will do most of the clamping.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the truck just a tiny bit. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that it's being held up by my own sewing. I sewed these straps together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Failed to mention that.
Now you don't want to sit underneath it anymore.
I was already aware that I didn't really want to be under it before, but...
Wait, you
that
weren't
makes me
comfortable?
A little more concerned. Not that I don't trust your work, but...
Wow. I think we're good.
Stuff like this, you just kind of do a little time lapse.
Yeah, exactly.
Speed it up.
Yep. I'll probably leave us talking about it right now, though, because that'll be quite the fun little fourth wall break, if not. All right, tighten them up. To whatever torque spec my very quick Google search told me to do. Good.
We got these shiny new Amazon lug nuts.
She looks thick.